Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your March Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, at your career and workspace, and at the end we'll pull some guidance from the universe on how to best navigate the energies of the months of March. I will also pull some messages from a person of interest to yourself at the very end. I hope you guys are doing great. March is going to be an eventful month in terms of astrology. We have the eclipses, we have supermoon, Mercury retrograde, Venus is already in retrograde, and a few other things. But basically there's a lot of dynamic, right? So you may find yourself navigating different aspects of your life in a new way. Basically there will be times where you won't be able to do what you usually do and get the expected outcome, because that's been the rule so far and that's what your brain expects, right? Like, this has worked, it's gonna work this time, but alas, it suddenly doesn't work anymore, right? So let's see what we have for you as a quick oracle message from the Whispers of the Ocean, and then we'll move on with a tarot reading. Also remember that these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorn. So if you're watching this for your sun sign, please be sure to check out videos for other placements as well. Almost all readings are now out. I think there's only one left, which is going to be Aquarius. But other than that, you can already check them out. And of course, remember that this is a general read, so take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. If you like a personal reading, there's a way to order one on my website, and also you can just send me an email. There's more information and contact info in the description box and we'll figure it out. All right, so your message for today is let your personality shine. Beautiful card. You have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. Uniqueness is something that we all have, but I feel like because Capricorn tends to follow the rules or kind of blend into, not into the background even, but into the society, like adopt, adjust, then it could be tricky to see that boundary. Like, when am I allowed to show my creativity, right? Like, what are the circumstances where I can do something different than what other people are doing around me? And that's what's going to be my unique self, right? But yeah, it's also a way to reflect on the unique gifts and skills that you have. Especially if you're trying to put yourself out there and there's a specific set of skills, a specific role that you are, presenting to the world. I don't know, maybe a performer, or a business owner, or an artist, or a mother or father, whatever it is, and you're like, I don't know whether I'm good at this, or like, what do I have to tell the world that they don't know anymore? And it's like, well, you are unique because this is that unique blend that you have in your life of your skills and experience, and it will still sound different and it will attract your people, your audience, depending on what is it that you're trying to do. But you'll find its own niche, and you'll have your own voice. So again, don't compare yourself to others, but focus on what is it that you'd like to share with the world. For your love life, you have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Fool. This could be an Aquarius that you're dealing with. For your career, you have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. You could be dealing with a Taurus. The Two of Swords. And the Seven of Wands. And then the advice, Magician. This is Gemini energy. Four of Wands. Beautiful. Love it. Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is the doubt. This is the questioning of like, what if I mess up? What if I'm not gonna get the message across? What if I'm investing all my life savings into this and it's gonna be a failure? You know, seeing the glass half empty in this case. So it's in your head, you need to turn it around. That's like one of the main messages that I'm gonna give you right now. And of course, now we're gonna dive deeper with tarot. So for your relationship or your personal space, you have Page of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Fool. So guess what? The Fool is actually asking you to leave the doubts behind. I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but you have that energy all over this reading, Capricorn, right? You're supposed to step into the unknown, precisely like the Fool does here, right? It's like, I mean, there's also a lot of symbolism around the sun and the moon in this particular deck, and I love it. But it's like, well, you don't need to have all the answers up front. And yes, that has to do with your personal growth and your relationship as well, if you are in one, if you have a partner, right? It is about enjoying the company of each other. And if something doesn't go well, seeing how does it reflect on how you want your life to be and how you don't want your life to be. You know, what do you value as something important and what do you want to get rid of in your own right? Like see what it reflects to you in your personal space. Be curious, right? Maybe like Page of Wands could also mean some travel. So maybe there will be an opportunity for you and your person to travel together, or even for you to go on a maybe quick business trip or something. Use that opportunity to see how you can expand your consciousness and see how things could be done differently from your usual routine and how you've been thinking about life and how you've been doing things, right? So maybe if you have a chance, if you're traveling and you have a chance to connect to your local culture or do some kind of interesting experience. For me, I did my first skydiving simulation just a couple of days ago, and it was incredible. And I'm not a person that likes the thrill. I'm kind of afraid of heights as well. And I mean, this wasn't the height. They have the high flight. I didn't do that. But still, it's like your body is basically starting to give you all this message like, oh, this isn't right. This doesn't look safe. And essentially, you can't breathe while you're in it because there's such a big burst of air that it's like, oh, that's how you feel while you're doing it. But it definitely experiences like that, and I'm not saying like do this every day, but the experiences like that open you up in the way that you can't even explain in words. It goes deeper into your nervous system, into your subconscious, and it's showing you opportunities and it's showing you how you could be doing things differently. You know, the same things, but seeing them differently, talking about them differently even. And if you're blaming your partner for something, like, you know, maybe they have bad habits or something that you hate, think about what does it reflect in your life. I.e., if, I don't know, they're not paying enough attention to you, then see how you're not paying enough attention to you. Or, I don't know, they're not helping around the house enough, then see what is your role in that dynamic. Are you actually enabling them not doing that? Right? Or maybe there is some kind of negative meaning when you're having those conversations, and maybe it feels like you're, you know, for them it feels like a, you know, some kind of a either punishment or you know, something that they always get beaten up for, right? And it takes a totally different connotation, like just association in their brain, and that's why they're trying to stay away from it as much as possible. See how you can ease the tension in that way, focusing on self more than the other. For your career space, you have the Hierophant, Two of Swords, and Seven of Wands. Yeah, there will be Taurus energy is your fellow earth sign, so you kind of get that energy, you feel good in that energy when there are some rules, there are some structures, you know, the hierarchy, who's the boss, who is the subordinate, who's the client, and who calls the shots in a particular case. But it doesn't stop you from still being in your head and overthinking, like, where's the boundary? Where am I supposed to put my foot down versus where to find a compromise? Where do I need to just go with the facts versus go with my intuition, right? So there is a lot of that wobbly energy right now, right? So what I'm hearing for you is, while there is a structure in place that you can follow, it seems like the easiest way, right? Why reinvent the wheel if there is already a system that is agreed by everyone else? But notice if it is agreed and confirmed with everybody involved, because I'm hearing that part of this wobbly energy is because some people either don't know the rules or they haven't really accepted them. I don't know, maybe they haven't signed the contract, or no one's actually asked them for their official sign off, and it's almost like they're rebelling in this way, you know, just like stirring the pot and creating some drama, and you have to deal with it like using your own resource, where maybe, you know, they are the ones that originated it, but it's because of the common lack of agreement or some kind of misunderstanding. The advice, we have the Magician, 4 of Wands, and 4 of Cups. Yes, you are the creator of your own destiny, so don't wait around for the magical moment or for somebody to come and save the day, or for a specific person to fix the situation, because in your opinion, they're the ones that started it. I know it sounds a little childish, but you know, sometimes we get those ideas. It's like, they got me here, they're supposed to get us out of here. And in the meantime, you're sulking, or you're feeling like a victim, you know, and emotionally, this is like a draining energy for you, right? Instead, take the power back. And also, there's something important here about connecting to someone else. And yes, for some, this is like marriage material, long-term commitment. So maybe if you're not, like if there's still more phases for you and your person to connect in, or maybe you're single and you're looking for someone solid that you can call a life partner, like that's in the cards for you, right? If you are in a high vibe energy, if you show up in that powerful self, that's gonna attract the right person. And of course, be open-minded about that. But also, if that's not relevant for like finding a life partner or going the next level with them, this could be just connecting to a soulmate. That could be a friend, a mentor, even a family member, but somebody who will be in your corner and who will support you in this situation. So you don't have to do it alone. There is magical power with the connection to someone special. And yes, it may get a little trickier from mid-March when we are in Mercury retrograde, and that will last for 3 weeks. It's always time, and it's communication becomes more tense. It's harder to be on the same page, but with the right person, there is never a wrong thing to say. And yes, it might be a bit of a test to that partnership, but you will know. No, you get through it, you will know. And as much as anything, there's a lot here about you paying attention to what you're going through and what's bothering you. And if you are gonna create a habit of self-reflection, you know, of doing that questioning of yourself, of doing body scan maybe, or at least a meditation where you can come together with your thoughts and feelings, that will really help you understand that boundary of like, this is my space and my shit to deal with, and that's someone else's. Okay, let's get some messages for Capricorn from their person of interest. Messages for Capricorn. Page of Cups, clarified by 8 of Cups. Yeah, so your person is saying, this by the way is a synchronicity because you also have 8 of Cups. Yeah, so your person does know that you want them to quit some bad habits, maybe be more expressive with their feelings. And they want that too, but there is some fear there of whether they're not very good at expressing themselves in love, or that they will get rejected if it's not perfect. Like, just because you have such high standards. So there is some fear of that. And depending on how you feel about it, of course, Capricorn, feel free to either step in and support them there, or leave it to them and hopefully they'll figure it out. But don't be surprised if it takes a minute, or they're not ready to say what you expect them to say at that specific moment. Just come up with something special on the fly, because it seems like for this person it's just not something that they're good at, or maybe they have doubts just because of how your dynamic has developed this far. And yes, they want to improve their habits, they want to quit some kind of either addiction or just unhealthy behavior that they've been into, but you know, it's gonna take a minute. So they're asking you to stay patient while they figure out how to do it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And other than that,